A huge boulder suddenly fell and struck the mother bear while she was foraging the little cub try to move the rocks, but he was too small and couldn't budge them. He ended up lying there sadly, quietly waiting for his mother to wake up. Days passed, but the mother bear still didn't move. The cub sat on the rocks and cried all day, but he got too hungry, so he had to go look for food in the grass. He spotted a frog, but his mom hadn't taught him how to hunt. He could only clumsily follow the frog as it hopped around. Just then he heard a noise. He quickly got up to check it out. It was an adult brown bear. The cub thought his mother had returned. He excitedly ran after it, but as he got closer, he realized it was a strange male brown bear. The cub tried to be friendly, but didn't know the brown bear was injured. In a bad mood, a loud roar froze the cub in place. He could only watch as the brown bear walked away. He didn't give up and followed, but a river blocked his way. He looked at the fading figure, gathered his courage and stepped forward, but slipped and fell into the rushing water. Luckily, a big rock stopped him. Meanwhile, the brown bear was in a mud pit, pressing mud onto his wound, trying to ease the pain. Suddenly, he saw the little cub had followed him again. He roared once more, but the cub didn't back down. Instead, he walked up to the brown bear and gently licked the wound. That small act eased the pain and melted the brown bear's defenses. He no longer rejected the cub, even licked his little head in return to say thanks. The brown bear caught 3 fish for the cub. Since losing his mom, it was the best meal the cub ever had. With the brown bear's care, the cub was never hungry again. After eating, he slept peacefully on the brown bear's back. Just as their life started to settle, a group of hunters entered the land again. The brown bear's injury was caused by them before. While drinking at the water's edge, the brown bear sensed danger. He saw hunters approaching and quickly fled with the cub, but a steep cliff blocked their way. The cub couldn't climb it. He cried out for help. The brown bear turned back without hesitation, but the hounds were getting closer. He hid the cub and guarded the entrance, pushing rocks to block the dog, but there were too many of them, and they were trained. They weren't afraid of the brown bear. They lunged and attacked, biting the brown bear all over. The cub watched in fear from the side. Trembling to make things worse, the hunters showed up, raising their rifles, but they were still too far. The brown bear broke free from the dogs and escaped. The cub thought it was safe, so he ran out looking for the brown bear. But when he turned around, the hunters had tied him up.
Stupid man.
The cub didn't know the danger. He innocently played with a nearby horse. His comical manner actually made the hunters around him laugh. At night, the cub suddenly became emotional. He had seen his mother's bear pelt. He tried desperately to get closer to her. The next morning, the hunters found the rope broken. They thought he had run off, but then they saw the cub sleeping quietly on his mother's pelt. The young hunter couldn't help but approach. He poured some milk into a bowl and placed it in front of the cub. Drawn by the smell, the cub began to lick at. The scene was so heartwarming, it stirred pity in the hunters. They'd let the cub go and stop chasing the brown bear. But just as they were about to leave, the cub ran after them. The young hunter saw this and quickly rode toward him. The cub got scared and ran, but the hunter just wanted to tell him never get close to humans again. This time, the cub found the brown bear again. It turned out he had been secretly watching over the cub all along from that day on. They were never apart again.